will be there on the front row, and Miss Mersa Joy, please occupy that seat, and you please occupy that seat, so that somebody can get occupied here, please. वहाँ पर उसके पास में बताओ. So there will be a scripture reading, lighting of lamp, and then college video will be shown to you once again. काफ़ी लोगों ने college video देखा होगा, right? और फिर at least 4 people will address you. Then after the program, you will have a break, 10 to 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and then again in second half, principal sir will address you for 1 full hour. Okay, our principal sir is one of the finest speakers we have in Central.
Mamta Chabria, on behalf of Basic Sciences and Humanities, extend a warm welcome to each one of you to the inauguration ceremony of the Student Induction and Orientation Program. I take the pleasure in welcoming Father Dr. Paul, Director, SVPCET, Father James Thomas, Assistant Director, SVPCET, Dr. S.V. Gode, Principal, SVPCET, Professor R.B. Govardhan, Institute Mentor, Dr. Dinesh Wankhede, First Year in Charge, heads of all the various departments, faculty members, and all our dear students. Light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity. As sunlight expels the darkness of might, similarly, blessings bring in our life prosperity and happiness. I now invite Father Dr. Paul, Father James Thomas, Dr. S.V. Gode, Professor R.B. Govardhan, Dr. Dinesh Wankhede, Professor Atish Gaur, Mr. Prajapati, our student representative, to invoke Goddess Saraswati and to kindle the lamp of knowledge and wisdom.
Also the student representative, Miss Meresa. Kindly come forward.
Thank you, everyone. I now invite Professor Triveli Naidu for prayer and scripture reading.
Kindly rise. The scripture has been taken from the Holy Bible, Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 to 4. Don't do anything from selfish ambition or from a cheap desire to boast, but be humble toward one another, always considering others better than yourselves, and look out for one another's interests, not just for your own. Reflection. Selfishness is an inordinate self-love, prompting one for the sake of personal gratification or advantage, to disregard the rights or feelings of others. The Holy Bible teaches us to practice humility in all that we do and strive hard selflessly for the betterment of other people. Prayer. Dear God, we thank and praise you for this wonderful day you have given us. We pray to you that we may set a good example of humility and kindness before all we meet. We also seek your abundant blessings on our institute. Amen. Please be seated.
Education is the movement from darkness to light. It is the only powerful weapon which can be used to change the world. We at St. Vincent Pallotti College of Engineering and Technology not only impart knowledge, but values. The value of trust, commitment, responsibility, and dignity. Let's take a quick look at the college video.
Welcome to Paloti, a vibrant lush green campus renowned for its committed approach for students to emerge as qualified professionals.
Saint Vincent Pallotti was a deeply religious-minded person. Our founder, Saint Vincent Pallotti, used to say, "In heaven we shall rest." And further he said, "Always more. More of excellence, more of commitment, more of hard work, greater discipline and greater determination." In keeping with his vision, we have been engaged in the social service, particularly in the educational service all over the world. We have more than 100 institutions across the globe, and in India too, we are very well established.
The Institute offers a wide array of academic courses and programs approved by AICTE and has excellent laboratories with the latest equipment and kits for hands-on learning.
We are accredited by NAC with an A grade. Having an excellent learning environment, we are awarded with Green and Clean Campus status among the top 35 colleges in India. We have best infrastructure, competent and experienced faculty, and what we give? We give activities to the students to enhance their analytical ability and interpersonal skills. What as an engineer is expected to have best ability to learn and highest willingness to learn.
Our students have made us proud by securing gold medals and meritorious positions in the university. At Pallotti, students are constantly encouraged to venture into the areas of research and gain technical know-how by giving them opportunities through industry-institute interface. We believe that teachers are not just people conducting classes, they are the guiding lights. They are the ones who instill in young minds morals. Our college teams have shown exceptional performance in various intra-college, inter-college and university competitions. Institute has an on-campus boys and girls hostel managed by fathers and sisters. Hostels are equipped to take care of the needs, safety and security of the students and has a cosmopolitan culture. Our global alumni network is a platform of exchange of ideas and methods between current students and the alumni.
Eager to have you here. For more information, log on to our website. Thanks for watching.
Congratulations to each one of you to have taken one step further to the world of opportunity. I now invite Father Dr. Paul Director SVP CET, to address our newly admitted students.
Good morning, my dear students and professors. I'm extremely happy to welcome all of you. It's true that you are here already since a few days, and you have in some manner inserted yourself into the college and its campus. You are getting a first feel of what we are, who we are, where we are. Coming from different parts of the country, you are certainly a little feeling uneasy and maybe uncomfortable, because we are still to know who are our neighbors, our companions, our classmates, our faculty members, and whom should we choose as our real friends and companions, etc. All of you must be in some manner a little apprehensive about how things are going to be, etc. I want to tell you, my dear students, at the very beginning, don't worry. All of us were like this when we went into the school or the college. This is part and parcel of the process of growth. In the first place, I must congratulate you for having taken admission here in St. Vincent Pallotti College. We know we have students from different parts of the country. My casual interaction with some of them made me to realize that you have chosen this college not by chance, not because somebody else has forced you, but because you have realized that this college will give you excellent opportunities for growth and development. Some of you did extensive research. Somebody told me that for the last 4 years, he has been following the progress and the procedures and the programs of the college. And then after having gone through all that, he realized that it's worth spending the next 4 years in St. Vincent Pallotti College of Engineering and Technology. Another student coming from Jamshedpur, I happened to run into that student and the parents, and they told me something similar. We inquired with the knowledgeable people from all over the country, and particularly from Nagpur, and then we finally zeroed in on St. Vincent Pallotti College, because here serious things are happening. I'm sure that these are not sporadic and isolated comments and observations, but all of you, or your parents, or your friends, and all those who guided you to take admission in this place has given you such feedback about St. Vincent Pallotti College of Engineering and Technology. And that's why I say you are happy to be here, you are lucky to be here, and I, as director of this institute, accord a very, very warm welcome to everyone. Some of you are coming from a rural background. Some of you may be coming for the city or to a city like Nagpur for the first time. Some of you may be coming out of your home state for the first time, but doesn't matter. We create a very, very conducive atmosphere where there is an inclusive culture, where there is a space and room for everyone, whether it is you are coming from rural background or city background, coming from this particular region or that particular region. Doesn't matter. We will have a common culture, a common discipline, and therefore we are all in the same boat. Feel comfortable and feel at home with us. Remember, this is an institution meant for the students. Everything here, the management, the faculty members, the infrastructure, the schedules, the programs, the activities, everything is directed towards the benefit of the students. If the students are not here, there is absolutely no relevance for any of these things. We are here precisely because of the presence of students, and you are the ones who make what the institution is. You are the focus, you are the center, and all of us, management and faculty members, and all our systems and processes are at the service of the students. And please realize that because of that, if there is any failure on our part, please feel free to tell us. Father, you had promised that everything is at the service of the students. Now we find that things are not like that. Please let us know. If you realize that anything is going out of gear, have the total freedom to come to your faculty members, or if need be, come to the principal or any of us, including the director, any time. You have the full freedom to approach us. Don't feel bad, oh, how can I'm a first year student, how can I go to the director straight away? No, please don't have any qualms of conscience. You can always walk in. Whenever you think you have something serious to communicate with us and it is worth communicating, please feel free to come, either as individuals or even as a group. You have that full freedom. Enjoy that freedom, utilize that freedom for your growth. One of the beautiful things about this group is that we have students from across the country. This is a miniature India that way. People coming from the east and west, south and north, speaking different languages, coming from various cultural backgrounds. And this is the beauty of our country. We glory and we take pride in the diversity that characterize our country. That way, India is very, very different from the rest of the world, because within India, we harbor and harmoniously coexist with the people of various colors, races, religions, languages, etc. This is the beauty of that, and at all costs, we must preserve, we must conserve and promote that diversity that is so enriching and so unique to our nation. Which means basically we remain extremely open to one another, understanding, listening towards each other. That's our responsibility, and thereby the one who does that, he or she is the beneficiary. We imbibe that culture and we bear within ourselves that universalism, that inclusivism, which will contribute to the richness of our character. Paloti College, you might also know, is known for its discipline, not just academics, discipline. In fact, students may be a little weary of discipline, at least that word discipline. Though many of you, most of you are disciplined, we know that. But parents choose this college precisely because they want their children to be disciplined. That sort of a culture of discipline is probably not found in other colleges, at least in the way the parents would expect. And that is why, and many of our alumni, when we go for the alumni meet, or when we interact with our alumni, they always tell us, Father, when I was a student here, I was a little rebellious. I had lots of criticism and complaints about everything in the college. But now, working in the industry, I realize how important a discipline has been and what a great contribution you have given to me to work, to prepare me to work in a corporate culture. And please don't dilute discipline. That is the advice they have given to the management. So students, even if you find that sometimes we will be a little rigid and strict, please realize that it is not for our entertainment, but for the wholesome growth of every one of you. I have said at various fora in the past as well, what Nelson Mandela said once. Everybody knows who is Nelson Mandela, don't you? Yeah? Yeah. The former president of South Africa. He spent 28 years in jail before he walked into freedom and occupied the highest position in the country as president of the independent South Africa. Based on his long years of experience, he said, a good heart and a good head, intelligence and wisdom. A good head and a good heart can be a formidable combination. Very, very strong combination. A good heart and a good head. Every one of us has a head and a heart. Our efforts here would be to make it as good as possible, both the head and the heart. Cultivation of the heart, development of the head. A combination, a harmonious blend of this is what constitutes a personality. And our efforts here will be not just on academics, but also on the cultivation of the heart, which means insistence upon the imbibing of the fundamental values enshrined in our constitutions and in all our religions. And therefore be prepared for a comprehensive and a wholesome development of the individual. This institution will provide you excellent opportunities. Be assured of that. If you find that anything is wanting, as I said, you have always the full freedom to walk into any of the management person's rooms or in the classroom itself to the teachers. You are going to be here for 4 years. And 4 years in the life of a student is a reasonably long period of time. And this is an opportunity for you to build up your personality, your career, your future. Remember, ultimately, every one of us individually has to be responsible for what we are, what we will become. We have the parents, we have the teachers, we have the management, we have the support system, it is true. At the same time, in the last analysis, I must be able to stand on my own feet. You must be able to stand on your own feet. Nobody will be responsible for your growth other than yourself. And therefore, start from day one. Start from day one. Don't take too much of time to settle down. I will begin my serious studies maybe after a month or just before the examination begins. No, you are wasting your time. Remember, 4 years will fly past like anything, very fast. And therefore, from day one, apply your heart and mind, cooperate and collaborate actively, positively with your faculty members and everyone who is involved in the training and formation of every one of you. Collaborate with them. And I'm sure at the end of 4 years, you will be extremely happy. You will hold your head high with a certain amount of pride and a sense of achievement. May God bless you, every one of you, in your dream. And dream big, and remember and believe in yourself. Indians are known for intelligence, abundance of intelligence we are blessed with. It's a question of further developing it. Remember, many of the CEOs, the topmost officials of various corporate companies across the globe are today Indians. That is because we have the inbuilt intelligence and the wisdom that is there. Develop that. It is there in every one of us. Believe that. All those who are holding big positions today in companies, they were all like you and me. Every one of us has that dynamism, that spark within us. It's a question of flame into fire, that flame that is there, and develop it. May God bless all our efforts. And I wish you a wonderful time in St. Vincent Pallotti College of Engineering and Technology. God bless you.
Thank you, Father. May I now take the honor in inviting Father James Thomas Assistant Director, SVPCET, to address the gathering.
Hello, good morning. No, a little more louder. Very good. So I'm so happy to see you all well disciplined. But I'm quite sure in the internal, some of you are really troubled. Because after coming to the college and hearing all these names, seeing the faculty and all, I think some of you are confused. Some of them came and told me, "Far, I know nothing about computer, will I be able to succeed?" And then, I know that some of you are settled, some of you are not settled, don't worry. First, you believe that you have come to the right place. Because you are not the first one who have come here. From 2004 onwards, your seniors who are coming here, they are well settled in life. You can all the more be happy that you have very wonderful faculty members who will take the maximum care of you. You will also me, being a student, I will be coming to the classes, I will be sitting with you. I will also be attending the classes. Don't feel bad. Maybe the whole class, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. But only one difference between you and me is that I will not write the exam, but you have to write the exam. Because they don't give me marks even if I write the exam. So as we are on this first day of the induction and orientation, I would like to tell you a few things that you have to keep in mind. What should be your first choice? Your first choice should be to become an expert in your domain. That's the first thing that you require. Some of you may have taken computer engineering, some of you have civil, doesn't matter, whatever it may be. Become an expert in your domain. So how can you become an expert in your domain? That's the first question. Now, you will know that there's a difference between those classes you attended in your school days and engineering. There's a vital difference. You are going to experience it soon. There's a story, I don't know whether it is real or it's a story. Swami Vivekananda, he was writing the exam. Teacher had given answer any 10 and there were 12 questions. And he replied, evaluate any 10, and he wrote all the 12 answers. This is a domain knowledge. So day 1 onwards, be present in the class. And this time we have made also a decision with the faculty, with the HODs, it's also for the knowledge of the teachers that occupy the front benches. So when I come to the class, I should see that there are no empty front benches. And the faculty members will make sure that you occupy, because that is a culture of Pallotti. Don't move to the last benches. Occupy the first seats. And it is good that 2 persons occupy the bench. Don't get crowded. Just 2, that is more than sufficient. So in the pursuit of the acquiring of the domain knowledge, some of you may be misguided because in the rules it is written minimum of 75% is attendance for appearing for the exam. Some of you understand it wrongly that once you have 75% of attendance, that is sufficient. That's a wrong way of understanding. This is a minimum requirements. Just imagine the company that comes to recruit you asks you question from those places where you have not attended, what are you going to do? 1/4 you are missing. If you don't have the domain knowledge of 1/4, what is the point in saying that you are an engineer? So day one onwards, make sure that you don't miss any class. There are students who are motivated, there are students who are not motivated also. That we need to understand. Don't make the bad one as your model. Okay? Because these 4 years are the foundations of your life, because you are going to choose a career based on these 4 years. So don't miss the classes. Also, if you are absent at the end of the month, your parents will be getting a report about you. The classes you were absent. Naturally, the parents will ask you, my dear son, my dear daughter, where were you? You can't fabricate stories. Your parents will come to know that you were absent. Don't get frightened. It is for your good. The second thing, so the first thing is acquire the domain knowledge. Now what is the second thing? This knowledge must be converted into a skill. Knowledge should be converted to a skill. For example, let us take an example. The keyboard of the computer, you know where the letters are. A, S, D, F, G, you know where Q, W, R, T, where. This is your domain knowledge. When does it become a skill? The moment you learn to type, that becomes a skill. Companies are not merely looking for the people who have the knowledge, they are looking for people who have the skill. You may be knowing all about swimming, but if you don't know how to swim, what is the use of your knowledge? In the earlier classes, exam would be a matter of more or less by-hearting and then reproducing. But engineering is not that. Engineering goes to the level of skill development. So your domain knowledge should be converted to the skill development. You have not only the theory classes, you have also the practicals. Why? So that you are helped to convert your knowledge into a skill. So concentrate on developing the skill with a solid theoretical knowledge. That means you have solid theoretical knowledge and you have developed your skill, you are in the right path. Don't get worried. Make this as a passion. You love it. You will be able to master. And what is the third thing? You have the domain knowledge, you have the skill, and that is not enough. You also need the ability to communicate what you know. Your communicative skills are equally important as your domain knowledge and your skill. I know that not all of you have studied in the English medium school. Some of you may have done it in your local language, or majority of you in Marathi, and you may have a little bit of inhibitions to come out of yourself and begin to speak English. Don't bother. Somewhere you have to begin, because it is a matter of your own life. Don't bother whether you make a mistake, because all of us have learned to do the right thing only by doing the wrong thing. All these faculty members are there to help you. So don't shy back. You will have communicative classes, also communicative English classes you will have. Because, see, you should know that you are not going to be eternally a student. Who are the people who are sitting here? These are CEOs of companies. And if you don't have the communicative ability, what is the use of occupying those high positions? So make it a point that you begin to communicate. Okay? And they will help you, especially in English. And also I would request all the faculty members, from day one onwards you speak in English. Don't worry, their minds will be tuned. Because I can tell you one thing, once you use bilingual, then they will be waiting for the second one to come. No. We all have gone to foreign countries, and first 2-3 days we did not understand the head and tail of what if they said. But slowly our brains got tuned to. We have enormous capacity, we should understand. You should believe in ourselves. So speak in English and you will have a bright future. So 3 things that we said. The domain knowledge, the skill development, the communicative ability. And that's not enough. And who are the ones who are having? You are the ones who are having all this. So your personality development is equally important. Your personality development. What does it mean? You are not going to work alone in a company. You are going to work with others. Your emotional maturity, your ability to deal with others, your ability to manage your own anger, your organizational capacity. All these things are equally important. Now, don't bother, how will I develop all these things? No, you will have classes for all these things. All these people are at your service. So don't bother too much. You will be helped. So you should become an integrated person. And the last thing that I would say, one more thing that we need to think about it. What is it I am going to contribute to the nation? What is it that I am going to contribute to the human society by my studies? We have electricity. Okay, very good. From where did it come from? Somebody who worked behind it because he wanted to help the society. So, an engineering should always have the mind of a problem-solving personality. Maybe today when you came from home to this place, you may have seen thousands of problems that you faced. One way is to accuse others. Other way is having the engineering mindset. Why don't you think, how can we solve these problems? That is what is required of an engineer. So he always focuses on the good of the society, for the good of the human race. He wants to contribute by his knowledge, by his skill. So you will be an asset. And whom do we remember? Those people who have contributed for the development of humanity, they are the heroes. And on this first day itself, I would tell you, keep these things that I have said in mind. And I just want to summarize whatever I have said. The first thing was what? Domain knowledge. Second one is development of skill. The third one is communicative ability. Fourth one is personality formation. And the fifth one is contribution to the society. So you will be able to do all these things if you have one more thing. That's the final thing. You know what is that? That is innovative way of thinking. What is this innovative way of thinking? There are traditional ways of thinking. As it is said, you know, apple have fell on the heads of so many people. But there is one person who began to think when it fell down. That is where the innovation is. Earlier we had the other lamps, now we have the LEDs, you know. Yeah, somebody thought about it. The technology grows because of the innovative thinking, and you will be prized for your innovative thinking. So your brains must be active. So engineering is not a topic that is limited from 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock. It is forming a mindset that will help you to be an asset for the human race. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Father. I now take the pleasure to invite Dr. S.V. Gode, Principal SVPCET, to address them all.
Hello. Good morning to all of you. Respected Father Paul, Director of the institution. Respected Father James, Assistant Director. Professor R.B. Govardhan, Mentor of the institute. Dr. Mankhede Sir, in charge of the first year. All other faculty members and dear students. At the outset, I would like to welcome you on this campus. Welcome you for your new beginning in a professional career. All of you would like to become technocrats. And in 4 years, you would like to see, witness yourself as a transformed personality, different personality, changed one. And normally it is being said that the very purpose of education is Sa Vidya Ya Vimukta. Education is that entity which helps an individual to get liberated. Liberated means what? Whatever is there inside, can we surface it out? Can we have a feel that I possess this strength, I possess this skill, I possess this attribute, I possess this characteristics? Can the people at large looking at us, interacting with us, can have a feel that this person stands for this person is having these virtues, this person is having this strength? Can the qualities in an individual be explored from within, outside, surface it out? And we are very proud and can be confident about our strength and qualities, and let the world at large also believe and be confident about our qualities and strength, and give us that task which Father James said, that social contribution. What society is expecting out of us, can we contribute? If we want to do this, you have to plan. Best day of planning is what? When you step into any new thing, like you are into now your engineering career, you are stepping it for a 4-year integrated program, a committed, you are going to go for a committed journey for 4 years, then it should be pre-planned. Your outcome should be expected one. At the end of 4th year, I see myself at this level. I am currently at this level. In all these parameters, I am going to groom myself, and I will see to it that I will climb up that particular height. Director sir said in his speech that you have to put it into your heart and head, heart and mind. The head and mind is symbolizing the IQ, intelligence quotient. And the heart symbolizes and close to emotional quotient. That means we have to groom our personality from both the perspective. The intellect, which is symbol of your ability to understand, ability to analyze, ability to take decision making, ability to compare, tol mol ke bol. That means you are able to compare the alternatives, evaluate them, and pick up the best one. Now all these characteristics which an engineer is expected to have, his logical thinking is a function of head. But again, he has to work among the people. He has to work among different people. So teamwork is important. Moving around the people is important. So interpersonal skill is important. And therefore, the second part which you have to groom is emotional quotient. Emotional quotient has two connotations. One is emotional balance, and other is emotional tolerance. Emotional balance, to have control and take stock of our own emotion, that when we are ventilating our emotion, what is its effect on the society at large? Are we encouraging the society, motivating society, damaging society, discouraging society? What way our ventilation is going to have effect? Can we control our anger? Can we control our emotion? Can we hold ourselves? So do we have emotional balance? Is related with the emotion of the self. Can we control our self-emotion? Naturally, emotions are reflexive. Nobody can control the emotion. somebody expires in our family, near and dearer. What is the emotion? Very sad emotion. We have lost a personality. So emotion cannot be controlled. When we say we should control emotion, what we mean? We mean to control the manifestations of emotion. Like we feel like weeping, but we don't weep. We are angry with somebody, we feel like scolding him, we do not scold. We restrain ourselves. So emotion is there, anger is there. We do not ventilate. That's how we restrain. That's how we have emotional balance. When we talk and bother about the emotions of others, how we receive the emotions of others. Somebody is coming to you that, okay, friend, I got this success in my life and I'm very happy. To his emotion, how do you respond? You can respond in different way, as if you are not bothered. You can respond in very, very collaborative way. Yes, I am with you. I will also enjoy your happiness and I congratulate you. I encourage you. You can also respond with an envy component. Achha, you got it. I couldn't get it. That means you can indulge into leg pulling activity actually or mentally or in subconscious mind. On surface you can say, okay, congratulate, and then later on indulge into all activities for leg pulling. That means you have an emotion of enviness. To keep control on the manifestation of your own emotion, reacting to the emotions of other is called as emotional tolerance. Restraining about your own emotion, emotional balance. Restraining about the reaction on the emotion of others is emotional tolerance. A good level of emotional balance, good level of emotional tolerance will give you emotional intelligence. This is very much important. Like Assistant Director Father James said in his talk, significantly 5 things are required. You must develop your personality, and in personality development, 2 connotations are there. One is the domain knowledge. You are knowledgeable is also symbolic of your personality. You must develop skill. So knowledge and skill, which he reflected, is a relatively more dominated by IQ part. The latter part which he said, communication skill. Latter part he said that your emotional balance, emotional maturity. And latter part which he said, the social contribution, your readiness to help others. Now these are relatively dominated by how you are emotionally constituted. If you have concern about yourself, you can become excellent. There is no issue. But if you have concern about others, you can become useful as well. Otherwise, you can be successful, selfish, self-centered, and you can achieve greater heights, but relatively less use to the society. If you are having concern about others, you'll be more useful to society. Your society will take pride in your success. Otherwise, you only yourself will take pride in your success. That means you must have your utility to society, and now day 1 of engineering you resolve, take an oath that I should become useful to society. And in order to become better and better and more useful to society, I would like to groom myself so that I can amplify, magnify my efficiency and effectivity so that my utility to society will be at higher order. I must be wanted by the society. I must be asset to the society. I need not be liability to society. Now, if at all you would like to groom yourself, you have to resolve. You have to take a stock. Whatever you resolve, generally we are very strong in resolving many things, as normally in our vernacular language we call it as arambashur. For initiating anything, we have a lot of enthusiasm, and gradually it decays. And maybe 10 days afterward, we forget also that we resolve 10 days before like this, and we skip it. And then we get habituated to that keep on resolving, keep on forgetting, and nothing happens in our life, isn't it? So you have to back up your resolution by your determination, dedication, commitment. Emotionally, all of us are true with this. But if you don't take stock of it, what happens? It gradually diminishes. I will appeal all of you. if not habituated up till now, start writing a diary. Diary means what? Taking stock of one day. What happened in my entire day? Out of that, how much was pre-planned? How much was instantly happening? How much I controlled? How much is out of my control? What contributed to my objective of life? And what was just entertainment, enjoyment, or sometimes need not contribute to the objective of life, but time passed. We enjoyed. Something happened. We spent time with friends. We enjoy. कैसा गया दिन? बहुत बढ़िया गया. What it contributed to your life objective? Nothing. Now this cannot continue all the way. Are you getting it? Some days all right. Some day we should spend in fun also. No? That will gather good memories. What you did in Palloti College, oh, nothing to remember. No, it should not happen. The college life should be such that every moment in college life should be memorable. Isn't it? At the same time useful also. Otherwise college life will be entirely memorable and you will not have any job after 4 years. So that memory should be sustainable, and therefore for that write a diary, that from morning till you go to the bed, write only 5 lines. Write down, how was the day? What are the significant events? Suppose you yourself open your diary after 6 months. You should feel like reading your diary. That you had a idli in breakfast cannot be agenda to be read after 6 months. Are you getting my point? That means thing which you will write in diary should have some substance to be read by yourself, not by others. To read by yourself after 6 months, which will be significant after 6 months. Do you want to do something today which can last at least for significance in 6 months in your own life? Or you indulge into all insignificant things which will not have utility beyond 1 or 2 days? Then your life will pass on like this. Day will go, week will go, month will go, and 4 years will go. And at the end, you will say at the end of 4th year, I should have done this in first year, I should have done this in second year. So instead of becoming I should have phrase at the end of 4th year, now instead of things going into the past, can you make it happen? Because they are in future. You can make it happen. Ensure. 5 lines you write in a diary and resolve. Whatever I planned yesterday night, and out of that only this thing I was able to make it out. But then tomorrow, I will see to it that I will try to do whatever I think today. It's your life. You have to plan your life, execute it, take a stock of it, control it, correct it. Otherwise, days will go just like that. Plan, as Father James has said, skill development, plan in coming 6 months what additional skill I am going to have. Skill could be in any dimension. It could be technical skill, it could be non-technical skill, it could be personality skill. I will improve my English, I will improve my communication. Communication can be at 4 different levels. Communication means I am communicating, you are hearing. Perfect. I say 2 into 3, 6. What I said, last fellow? What I said? Correct. So I reach, my communication skill is best. But 5 into 2 is 15. Have I not communicated? I have communicated, but you don't agree. So I have to convince. Are you getting it? So convince is logically get you in agreement with what I say. So convincing require logic, which is requiring IQ, which is head. So if you have head, you can convince others. Or influence. Influence has more connotation of emotion, EQ. That emotionally I can arouse you and see to it that you aligned with me because I appeal you in that way. That's called as influencing. And the last thing is mesmerizing. That nobody is interested in using his IQ and EQ. He is just looking at you and he is receiving what you say and completely sinking into what you say, completely mesmerizing. He is with you. So communication, convincing, influencing, mesmerizing. You can climb the ladder in gradual way. How to go about it? I can do self-study, I can excel in computer programming at home. But in a group dynamics, I want to excel, I need a group. Group is available in college. And all people are ready to listen to you. And you need not pay anything to them. That means free audience is available. Can you extend and enhance your oratory skill? Can you enhance your communication skill? Can you become more influential, powerful and effective as a person in a group? Can you increase and enhance your interpersonal skill is a domain. All engineering subjects can be learned partially. It is believed that all over the world that any subject which is new in our life, 70% we can learn it by self-study without help of anybody around us. Around 20% we can learn with the help of people around us, our batchmates, not having more knowledge than us, nor not having more experience than us. Our batchmates, equally raw as we are. But with the collective wisdom, the enrichment from 70% can go to 90%. And only for 10% we need teacher. I am not belittling job of teacher. I already spent more than 37 years in teaching. Question is that effect in your learning is 90%, you in person 70%, in group 20%. And for the group you need college. So believe in group study, have a group activity, see to it that lot of enrichment occurs in group. And for 10% teachers are available. So teachers are available for more than what they are required for. So do not depend on teacher. Till teacher teaches in the class, I will not study at home. No. I can study at home without teacher because 70% I am able to learn myself. Then I'll discuss among my batchmates. I'll tell that tomorrow come prepared with this chapter. My 5 friends are there. They will come prepared tomorrow. 70%, 70% everybody. Tomorrow we'll meet and we enrich. I must have understood one part, but other I have not understood. That I have not understood, somebody else in my group might have understood. Likewise, collectively, we can enrich it to 90%, in many occasions 100%. Teacher is yet to teach. If we learn it, it will build a self-confidence. You can go for better self-study and you can gain knowledge subsequently after 4 years also throughout your life. If you bank upon the self-study, bank upon the group study, and you can enrich yourself. Lot much can be said. I have a session, first session immediately after that. I'll just share the things with you. Once again, I congratulate all of you for showing trust in this college, taking right decision to be at Palloti College. And now, placement of this college is best. Are you aware of? Do you agree? एक कथा है, राम का नाम लिख के पत्थर को समंदर में डाल दो तो तैरता है. It will float. That is the power. ऐसा प्लेसमेंट में नहीं होता है. पल्लोटी नाम लिख दिया, सर नो पल्लोटी, पल्लोटी कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग, ये नाम लिख दिया और पत्थर तैरना शुरू हो गया. नहीं होता है. पत्थर पत्थर इट विल सिंक. आर यू गेटिंग इट? तो तैरने के लिए कुछ करना पड़ेगा, है ना? सो nobody in your life, no label, no tag can survive you, can help you getting higher heights. You have to struggle a lot for 4 years, and with your personal excellence you have to float, and then you can make others also float along with you. That is called as, people say that what is life, what is to be done. I conclude my speech with that. People say how should be the life? Life should be for enriching self and then for helping others. Out of your enriched excellence you should shower on the other people so that they are helped. First part is called as Atmano Mokshartham, and second part is called as Jagat Hitaya Cha. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Professor R.B. Govardhan, Institute Mentor, to address the gathering.
Respected fathers, my colleagues, and young aspiring minds, a very good morning. As a senior technocrat, I take this opportunity to welcome you into the world of technologies. Now, till yesterday, you were a part of the science students or science fraternity. You must have studied the humanity subjects, so also you must have studied science subjects, mathematics, isn't it? So from science now, you are going to come into the science and technology. Science you must be knowing, am I right? What is science? I'm putting a word, putting a question to you now. What is science? Anyone can raise hand and give the answer? No answer. I think for almost 6, 7, 8 years you must have studied this science, isn't it? Yeah, please. Right. In fact, let us give him a big clap. Sit down. In fact, I appreciate this boy. He has not only explained what is science, he has also gone beyond that. Just remember, science is a study of nature by observation and experimentation. I hope this one-liner you can remember throughout your life. Science is a study of nature by observation and experimentation. Now the second word which I talked about is the technology. What is technology then? Technology is nothing but what he said is applications actually. Application of science is the technology. So, me as a senior technocrat, what I'm advising you is you must be thorough in your science, and so also you must apply that science for the betterment of the humanity through technology. That is what the role of the technocrats is all about. I hope I made the point very clear. Science, technology, society. Technology plays a very important role in the development of the society. And we as the technocrats, we are the catalyzers for that development. That is a role throughout our professional life we have to play. So I hope I made the point very clear about you are the technocrats, what you are supposed to perform. Now, in fact, I'm going to divide my speech into 3 parts. One is about the opportunities lost, second is about what is the present, and third is about the way ahead. Opportunities lost. Now, in fact, each industrial revolution, right from Industrial Revolution 1, each revolution has really brought the development in the societies, maybe through the industrialization, maybe through the urbanization, for the betterment of the society, for the betterment of the world. Unfortunately, we as a nation, we lost on the Industrial Revolution 1 and 2. Industrial Revolution 1 was more basically replacing the animal power with a machine power. Industrial Revolution 2 was basically replacing the machine power through the electrical power. That was the Industrial Revolution 2. We as a nation, we lost because the Britishers were ruling us and they wanted their nation to grow, not our nation. So we lost on that front. So industrialization never happened during those times. 17th century, 18th century, 19th century. It did not happen. 1947, we got independence. We started our journey as a democratic nation through a beautiful ideation given by then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, tryst with destiny. He had given a dream, he had given a vision to a nation. Unfortunately, it remained a speech only. The third industrial revolution came in, which was driven by the electronics, telecommunication, internet. There also we did not take much of the benefits of it because of the unstable governments in the democratic nation, because of sticky government policies. We could not take the maximum benefits. On the contrary, the Western countries, some of the Asian countries like China, Japan, Korea, they took the benefits and they prospered. So that is something about what we lost as a society. Now, what is the present? In fact, the 21st century is going to be the century of innovations. The Industrial Revolution 4.0 and the 5G technologies, they are the driving forces for the Industrial Revolution, for the development of the society. And this opportunity is available to us, especially to your generation now. How you can take the benefits of it. So let us try to understand what is this Industrial Revolution 4.0. The Industrial Revolution 4.0 talks about the amalgamation, or we can also say the integration of various emerging technologies. When I say emerging technologies, means artificial intelligence, data science, cyber security, AR, VR, that is augmented reality, virtual reality, quantum computing, bionics. So all such things. The list doesn't end here. It continues. These are all emerging technologies. And these emerging technologies are going to transform the world in which we are living in. In fact, we as a nation, we are best placed to take the highest benefit for this Industrial Revolution 4.0 because we are the youngest nation. We are the nation of youngsters. Now, how we can really transform this nation of youngsters to nation for youngsters? This can happen provided we as a society, we learn the emerging technologies, build up the innovations with that technologies, and contribute for the development of not only the nation, but so also the world over. So also the world over. Because that is how the opportunity is available. It is knocking our doors now. And if we really want to take benefits of it, how we can really take benefits? The first and foremost thing which we have to do is bring the change in our education system. From the teaching centric we have to get into the learning centric. When I am talking about teaching to learning centric, especially from the point of view of the technical education, when we talk to the industries, the industry people, they say, they agree that yes, you teach students what to do. You don't teach the students how to do. It means there is a big gap between the acquired skills of the students, which we as an institution, we as the teachers, we are giving you, and what the industry is expecting, that is a required skills. The employabilities are going to get generated provided you are having the required skills. How we can really get into the required skills then? Like in the developed nations, like in the Europe or maybe in the US, you will find that the institutes and the industries, they are seamlessly integrated to each other. That type of integration we have to build up. When I'm talking about a seamless integration, it means the institutes, the faculties, and the students, they must focus on learning the required skills from the industry. Because once we give the required skills to the students, then all of you are most welcome into the industries. You go with the acquired skills, acquired knowledge, it is quite likely that you go to 10 places and at 10 places you will be rejected. So this is something which is very, very important. Now when we want to go for a required skill, I will urge students and so also the faculty members, please ensure that students, apart from teaching the fundamentals of the subjects, please give the applications of it also. This is a beginning, that where it is being applied. Because in first year is a foundation for you. Because the whole of the engineering and the technology is having a base of mathematics and physics and chemistry that you already studied, in fact. Up to 12th standard you have studied that. Now that maths, that physics, that chemistry has to be different than what you are studying here. And in what way it should be different? It should be different from the point of view that yes, applied part must be focused. Student must understand that if I'm learning a probability theory, where this probability theory is used in the space research, that is application of it then. So this is very critical and very important, that the teachers definitely they'll be focusing on the applied part, but you must not limit there. You are having the complete knowledge in your small device. Make the best use of it. Whatever topic teacher has taught, just Google it and just find out the applications of it, and all of a sudden you will get a list of areas where the applications are there. That is something like a learning which you have to do it. The learning methodologies must be, the hybrid learning should be there. The learning must be in the form of collaborations, where the group of students are working on certain topics of certain areas. So the collaboration learning also must happen. And the most important is learning by doing. Because once you do with your own hands, then you realize in true sense that yes, I can. That confidence will come to you provided you start learning by doing. Especially, two of the subjects are kept there, tinkering lab and skill development. Take the maximum benefit of it. Where learning by doing, you must try to adopt. So this is something like a change which has to be brought in with respect to the teaching centric to learning centric. Another important area which is very important for all the professionals now, in future for your generation, a service or a job may not be so important. Most of the companies will be looking towards you as a developer, as an innovator. Because as I said, 21st century is a century of innovations. It means that the industries are going to perform on those domains, and the industry expects that their people also must be the innovators. You must be enterprising. My suggestion is, all of you must become a part of that incubation part. Like we are having a very vibrant incubation center, entrepreneurship development cell is there. All of you must become a part of that. All of you at your own level form your own groups, build up some small initiatives, build up small applications, build up small projects. We can call it as a mini project, but it all must be application oriented. The platforms are there in the institute. Right from the first year level itself, how you can really get integrated with those. As I said, incubation is one aspect of it. There is another platform of e-Yantra available. There is another platform of SAE Baha. Student club is there, student activities are there. Become a part of it. Try to see what they are doing start doing with them. So that is something which you must do it. And then there is a age-old wisdom in our education system. There are three important aspects we as an engineer, we must keep it in mind. The first part is Vachan, Manan, Chintan. You have to keep on reading. That is very, very important. Now, reading means I am not really referring to reading through the books only, because you are all basically a screen generation. So yes, keep on reading, maybe on your mobile, maybe on your laptops, or maybe on your tabs, whatever. But keep on reading. And after reading, just don't stop there. Try to understand it. That is a Manan, that is the second part. The moment you do Manan, then you understand the importance of that reading. The outcomes of that particular reading will come to you. And the last is Chintan. That if you really want to go in depth, then the Chintan is needed. It means somewhere your innovative mind has to be put there. So that is first part, that is Vachan, Manan, Chintan. Second part for engineers is very important, Yoga Karmeshu Kaushalyam. That is very important. Through hard work and perseverance, you must acquire the skills. Because ultimately, the skills are important. For that, then you really have to work very hard. You have to really persevere for that particular thing, and you have to acquire the kaushalya, like skills you have to acquire. And the third part, which is more related with your profession, or which is more related with your enterprising attitudes, that is Vidya Viniyoga Vikasa. Vidya Viniyog Vikas. How you are going to put your knowledge, or how you are going to invest your knowledge for the development of self, for the development of the family, for the development of the society, for the development of the mankind. So that is what we are the technocrats. We are supposed to perform our roles in the society. Now, one more important thing is there, that Indians are successful, Indians are leading the various organizations in the world. Almost around 50% of the organizations are being led by the Indians. Indians are welcome across the globe, various countries. That I think all of you must be knowing it, like who is heading Google, or who is heading Microsoft, or so many companies which are. Now, in fact, when you try to find out why so many Indians are welcome, or why so many Indians are really leading the organizations, a lot of studies were carried out also, because there is always something like, why only Indians, something like that. That feeling always comes. Study was carried out. The biggest advantage for the Indians is we take the decision by applying our mind and heart. Most of the society in the Western countries, they apply their mind and they take the decision. So their decisions are either right or wrong. But when you take a decision by applying a mind and so also heart, your decision becomes correct. Your decision becomes correct. And the people who can take the correct decisions can lead the societies, can lead the organizations. So the correctness is very, very important. Now I'll end up with a small story. Most of you must have heard about it, because it was circulated in the WhatsApp group long time back. I just picked up, because I also wanted to get connected with your generation. So I just picked up from WhatsApp only that story of Sundar Pichai. I think Sundar Pichai, you must be knowing it, isn't it? Who is Sundar Pichai? Right. And I'm fortunate that we both are from the same institute, that is IIDKGP. So I picked up that story. The story is about that coffee shop. Ladies were sitting in a coffee shop, and all of a sudden one cockroach landed on a lap of one lady. All of a sudden, as I think most of the ladies, they scream, they shout the moment cockroach is there. So obviously that lady also, world over, that must be the phenomena. So she also started screaming and shouting. So all of a sudden that cockroach flew from one lady's lap to another lady's lap, like this. So all of a sudden the waiter who was serving the coffee there, he just came in just to see why this shouting is there. And when he came in, all of a sudden that cockroach rested on the waiter. He kept cool. He looked the movement of the cockroach, slowly picked up, got out of the room, threw it. That's it. This is a very simple story which I think all of us have read it. The important lesson which this Sundar Pichai said out of that story is, situations are going to be there. Now whether to react to the situations or whether to manage the situations is our choice. So remember that situations will be there throughout our life. You as a student, especially for 4 years in the polity, definitely yes, discipline, academics, they are the strengths of us. You'll go to the world where you'll be working as professionals, you'll be facing situations. You are a part of a family. In families also you are going to face the situations. Try to manage the situations. Don't react on the same. This is the most important aspect, that if you really want to become a successful professional and successful human being, then learn managing the situations. With this, I wish you all the best for your 4 years of journey at Poloti and beyond, because you are a tech Polotine. Once you are a tech Polotine, you are always a tech Polotine. That is a type of phrase the alumni, they use it. So I am just trying to put their words in your mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Dear students, keep on beginning and failing. Each time you fail, start all over again, and you will grow stronger until you have accomplished your purpose. I now request Professor Atish Gaur, Co- and Extracurricular Coordinator, to propose the formal vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. I feel honored and privileged to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I would like to thank the members of the management for blessing us with their presence. Words are not enough to thank their constant guidance and support in shaping such programs. I would like to thank our first year in charge for his constant help and guidance. An event like this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheel starts rolling days in advance, and I have been fortunate enough to be backed by my induction team and also a very motivated and dedicated student team. Thanks to my team members and those students, including the supporting staff, who work with me shoulder to shoulder. Last but not the least, thank you all of you for showing their interest in the program, and thank you one and all, and have a good day ahead. Thank you.
I now request everyone to rise for the national anthem. पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंग तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाए तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे Jai. All the dignitaries are requested to proceed for high tea. The next session will start at 12. All students are requested to take a short break and gather in the seminar room by 11:50 sharp. Thank you, one and all.